Welcome back to our channel, your ultimate VIP pass to all things the bold and the beautiful. Today is a phenomenal day to dive into the juiciest, most scandalous daytime drama currently rocking Los Angeles. Grab your favorite drink, buckle up, and let's get straight into the explosive chaos. The pristine legacy of the Forrester dynasty is about to be rewritten in blood. A cataclysmic DNA bomb is currently ticking in the heart of Los Angeles, and the impending detonation is going to obliterate everything we know about the Forrester and Spencer families. Melissa Dillon is not just a girl from the streets. She is not just a struggling bartender or a lowly design assistant fighting for her life in a toxic corporate war zone. The ultimate daytime reckoning is upon us, and it comes wrapped in a bombshell theory that changes the entire landscape of the show forever. Reader Belinda Presley has just sent in a theory that has us shaking to our absolute core. The stakes have never been higher, the battle lines have never been bloodier, and the truth is about to rip this canvas apart. Could Melissa Dillon actually be Thorne Forrester's long-lost love child? Is a true-blooded Forrester currently walking the halls of Forrester Creations without anyone realizing she holds the ultimate key to the kingdom? Darcy Dillon is stepping off the plane, and she is bringing a hurricane of secrets with her. Played by the formidable daytime veteran Kelly Sullivan, Darcy is not arriving in Los Angeles simply to check in on her daughter's love life. The timing of this arrival is a massive, blaring siren. The show does not cast a powerhouse actress and drop her directly into the crossfire of a Forrester-Spencer blood feud by accident. Darcy already called her daughter, promising she is on her way, and Melissa's desperate, grateful response tells us this reunion is the calm before an apocalyptic storm. A mother showing up out of nowhere right as her daughter gets tangled deeper into a vicious corporate and romantic war is exactly the kind of cinematic setup that precedes a dynasty-shattering reveal. Thorne Forrester has been a ghost in Los Angeles since he packed his bags and left town back in December of 2023. That is plenty of time for a massive secret from his past to stay buried in the shadows. But we all know Thorne's history. He spent decades bouncing in and out of the city, endlessly searching for his identity, constantly living in the shadow of his brother Ridge. That is more than enough overlap for a quiet, passionate relationship that nobody in the Forrester family ever found out about. Imagine Thorne, restless and searching, crossing paths with a fierce, independent woman named Darcy somewhere along the way. Imagine a daughter born from that fiery connection, raised entirely under the Dillon name, with absolutely zero idea that her biological father carries the exact same last name stitched onto the glamorous walls of Forrester Creations. This is a secret that has been sitting quietly in the dark, waiting for the perfect trigger to shake it loose. And that trigger has just been pulled. Darcy is walking straight into a brutal, high-stakes war zone. Melissa Dillon has spent weeks caught in a terrifying vice grip between Electra Forrester and Will Spencer. The beach house blow-up with Katie Logan Spencer proves this drama has absolutely zero interest in staying contained. Katie went into full attack mode, brutally laying into Will and treating Melissa like a cheap, gold-digging rebound. Katie's vicious, humiliating assault on Melissa's character is the exact kind of spark that ignites a mother's rage. But Katie is not the only threat. Electra Forrester has been pulling rank, throwing her weight around, and launching a campaign of psychological terror against her former best friend. Electra threatened to have Melissa fired, cornered her in the design office, and crossed the ultimate line by slapping Melissa fiercely across the face. Darcy's timing puts her directly in the blast radius of a fight that already involves two Forresters and one very messy Spencer love triangle. Might Darcy's real reason for finally coming to town have nothing to do with Katie's insults and everything to do with a secret she has been sitting on for decades? Could seeing the sacred name Forrester plastered across this entire conflict be the exact thing that forces Darcy's hand? A mother who has kept quiet this long does not usually show up empty-handed. Daytime television has a long, rich history of using exactly this kind of sudden arrival to crack open a decades-old secret hiding in plain sight. Belinda Presley's theory would not simply rewrite Melissa Dillon's birth certificate. It would detonate the entire Forrester-Spencer feud from the inside out. Picture the exact moment this truth drops. Picture Darcy Dillon marching through the glass doors of Forrester Creations, bypassing security, and walking straight into the executive boardroom. Eric Forrester is sitting at the head of the table. Ridge Forrester is standing by the window. Steffi is glaring from her desk. And Darcy drops the ultimate truth bomb. She doesn't just demand respect for her daughter. She demands her daughter's rightful place in the empire. The moment Darcy says the word Thorn out loud, decades of silence will unravel in a single, breathless second. Electra Forrester's entire grip on her family name loses its razor-sharp edge overnight if the woman she has been mercilessly feuding with turns out to share that exact same bloodline. Imagine the sheer, paralyzing terror freezing Electra's veins when she realizes she didn't just slap a lowly assistant. She slapped Eric Forrester's granddaughter. She slapped her own cousin. She slapped a woman who has equal, if not greater, claim to the Forrester legacy. Electra has been parading around the building, using her last name as a weapon to bully Melissa into submission. R.J. Forrester is currently pitching an aggressive new youth line called Electra by Electra Forrester to Ridge, trying to elevate her to the top of the fashion world. But what happens to that pitch when a true-blooded Forrester is revealed? R.J.'s massive corporate push will hit a brick wall. Zend Forrester, who is already seething over being sidelined, will watch in shock as the entire hierarchy of the company is upended. Electra's arrogance will evaporate the second she realizes Melissa Dillon outranks her in the court of public opinion and family loyalty. The karma is going to be swift, brutal, and absolutely glorious to watch. And then there is Katie Logan Spencer. Katie thought she was bullying a nobody. She marched into the beach house, looked Melissa up and down, and branded her a gold digger chasing the Spencer fortune. Katie has been mounting an aggressive, relentless attack against a young woman she views as beneath her son. But what happens when Katie realizes she has been ruthlessly bullying Eric Forrester's granddaughter? The fallout will be catastrophic. Bill Spencer will have an absolute field day with this information. Bill has been supporting Katie's dreams, but he also sees potential in Melissa to help will forget Electra and sever ties with the Forresters. If Melissa is actually a Forrester, Bill's entire strategy goes up in flames. Will Spencer will suddenly find himself tangled up with a Forrester in every sense of the word. He has been fiercely defending Melissa against his mother's attacks, acting as the ultimate stand-up guy. He shared a sizzling shower and a passionate night with Melissa, thinking he was finally breaking free from the toxic Forrester drama that ruined his relationship with Electra. But the universe has a wicked sense of humor. Will is about to realize he hasn't escaped the Forresters at all. He has just fallen into bed with a brand new one. The Romeo and Juliet dynamic between the Spencers and Forresters is about to be amplified to a deafening volume. Ridge Forrester will be forced to reckon with yet another sibling secret nobody warned him about. Ridge is fiercely protective of his family's legacy. He is currently highly suspicious of Steffi and Carter's secret arguments, dealing with the disastrous fallout of his Monaco meetings, and trying to steer the company out of a crisis. Finding out he has a new niece, a niece who has been dumpster diving at Il Giardino and struggling to survive, will shatter his stoic exterior. The guilt, the shock, and the immediate need to protect Melissa will shift the entire dynamic of the Forrester family. Eric Forrester, the patriarch who has survived countless betrayals and corporate coups, will discover a new heir. Eric recently gave his blessing to RJ's pitch for Electra's youth line. He is recovering from being inadvertently punched by Will during a brawl at the bikini bar. The last thing Eric expects is for a woman from Thorne's past to walk into his office and present him with a brand new granddaughter. The emotional weight of this reveal will anchor the show for months to come. Eric will demand that Melissa be given her rightful place, setting up a massive clash with Steffi, who is already drowning in toxic guilt over her hookup with Carter and a terrifying pregnancy scare. Steffi Forrester Finnegan is currently suffocating under the weight of her own secrets. She fled Monaco in a feral rage, violently hurled her wedding ring at Finn's chest, and hooked up with Carter Walton in the CEO office. Now, she is facing the terrifying possibility of carrying Carter's child, while Finn desperately tries to repair their marriage. Steffi does not have the emotional bandwidth to deal with a new Forrester challenger. When Melissa is elevated to Forrester royalty, Steffi will view her as a direct threat to her authority. The CO office is about to become a battleground, not just for corporate control, but for family survival. Darcy Dillon is not going to back down. She is a mother bear who has been awakened, and she is ready to burn the city to the ground to protect her cub. The impending showdown between Darcy and Katie Logan Spencer is going to be the stuff of daytime legend. Two fierce, protective mothers going head-to-head in a battle of wits, wealth, and sheer ruthlessness. Katie will try to use her Spencer resources to crush Darcy, but Darcy holds the ultimate trump card, Forrester blood. And let's not forget the wild card in all of this, Remy Price. Remy is Melissa's cousin on the Dillon side. He has a history of dangerous, unpredictable stunts. If Melissa is elevated to the Forrester elite, Remy will undoubtedly try to ride her coattails into the high life. His obsession with Deke Sharp and his dangerous rejection response will only add more fuel to this raging inferno. The Dillon family is about to infiltrate the Los Angeles elite from every possible angle. Belinda Presley has handed this show its next great paternity bombshell. The clues are all there, hiding in plain sight. The suspicious timing of Darcy's arrival. The heavy emphasis on Melissa's background. The brutal, escalating war between Melissa and the established Forrester and Spencer women. The writers are setting the stage for a reveal that will shake the very foundations of the Forrester mansion. Melissa Dillon is about to trade her bartender apron for a couture gown, and the transition is going to be paved with shattered egos and broken alliances. The drama is accelerating at a breakneck pace. Every single conversation, every stolen glance, and every vicious threat is building toward the moment Darcy Dillon opens her mouth and changes history. The Forrester Creations boardroom will never be the same. The Spencer Beach House will become ground zero for a romantic explosion. And Melissa Dillon, the girl who survived the streets, will finally take her rightful place on the throne. We are already rewatching Thorne's old scenes, analyzing every shadow, every off-screen mention, preparing for the shockwave that is about to hit our screens. This is not a drill. The ultimate Forrester secret is coming home. Will Darcy's explosive Thorne-Forrester secret destroy the Spencer and Forrester empires forever? Drop your wildest theories in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button, and don't miss a second.